Evening, folks. It's 2213 on the 19th day, 12th month, 2022. Excuse the noise while I do my usual shufflings on the desk, which I should do ahead of time, but don't. Right, this is some catastrophic numbers that I'm seeing. As that tendril, I pointed out to you last week, is going to be moved in over Australia. I'm not 100% where all this water drains. The Lake Air Basin, maybe it runs that way. I'm not 100% sure about this. Yeah, the zoom out total ain't showing the same as on the ground. When I zoomed in to do the who's fucked of it all, um, I see that that's a meter of water. And the amount of time you get to get it is a quite, if you're looking at a centimeter there in 5 days, then 5 days after that you got a meter. My God, that's a lot. That's a whole lot difference. Because this total here now is got in the fives is up here. Right, I told you half a meter was going to be up in this area, and I'm dead on it. And I'm very, very happy I got a warning out, and I do hope some people heeded my warning. I'll do my best to keep my swearing down. To be honest, this is a hard forecast to give to the country of Australia, which this is definitely going to change the landscape. The erosion itself is going to, your infrastructure will be gone. It's just not designed to take this amount of inundation. And this lake is going to go very large. I don't know what kind of dams or stuff are containing this lake on any of the ends to be used for hydroelectric or anything, but there's going to be problems if this breaches here. You know, they're gonna, if that's a spillway, the time to let the water out might be now. It might have already be too late. Yeah, you can do too little, too late. There's 24 hours you guys have to react. If you're over in this area here, you're about to experience a terribleness. And I'm not fear porning you to tell you to prepare for things. And you might have enough time to get a boat. You might need one. But don't be messing around in these wild rivers that suddenly form. Okay, you don't know what hazards are out there. Could be barbed wire or crustings and all sorts. Please, just be safe. You know, where do you go when half a state is covered in these totals? You know, this is state line, this is a state line. That's a third of a state across, and these are huge states in Australia. I'll give you an idea. Worldview ought to give me a map that's viable. This is a devastating forecast to have to give. This is one of the worst floods I've ever covered. And I'm used to seeing 3/4 of a meter impact. But to actually get ahead of time, I was worried about this strand that they backed up with the Geo Engineering. I'll have to find the footage. Maybe try to load up a few of my videos at once and try to give you a little timeline piece together. But just to show you the size of these states here in Australia. Okay. You know, we're talking a chem line, or a storm line, excuse me. You know, from about here to here. I didn't get to come up, excuse me. Measure a distance here from, like, we're just saying a flood from like here to here. I ain't gonna try to add to nothing. It seems to be right on the edge of that energy line on the verge of where Alice Springs controls the flow. You know, that's a lot of a state. It takes you a few hours to drive. Granted, that's not as long as North Carolina, tip to toe, Murphy to Manio. But it's big. I was going to want to put you on miles. Excuse me, I'm sorry. 200 and something miles. You know, driving a speed limit. You're every bit of a 3-hour drive, and with a look over your shoulder, 2.5. Right? And today you had a lot of chem over this area while I'm looking at it. I'll put some of the names on. Let's turn that back off. Excuse me. Is this desert's color's going to change. There's lakes are going to form out here that you ain't seen before. maybe in your whole life. Some of these dry spots are going to get very wet. It's going to be an interesting situation out here in the desert. So I'm going to just go right to the warning parts. I just wanted you to get an idea, the scope of the size of this. This is a lot. A whole lot. Alice Springs is down here, so well, I guess I'll pull that back up. I won't want to have a look at the chem today, because this is 5 days away. So the chem that's making this storm will no way it's out there yet. In fact, most of the moisture from that storm is not in yet. It's out here and it's over here. They're pulsing it in from quite a few directions. They got a north-south flow going, and I will go through it. And you know I'm going to study this storm. Absolutely gutted that they did this to you. So that's around here. One's Alice, one's north. I'll leave the toms off. Right, let's zoom back a bit. There's Alice. There's the corridor of storms. Right, they're talking about through here. This corridor right through here is the storm line. And boy, is it getting a lot. There's already an energy line set up through here, but they're making more storms through here. This corridor here is where the moisture should come down. Look at this off the coast here. There's two forms of squares meeting each other, the waveforms. I seriously doubt I picked that up on SatViewer, because this would have been early this morning. Yeah, they cut my internet off to the house. They had an IP corrected at the modem to fix it. Yeah, they've been without all day. It's kind of led to a bit of a quiet afternoon here. Yeah, just happened to be given a proper forecast, blaming things in the corporation when they cut the web off. In all fairness, I was worried they got my motherboard again. Thank God they didn't. Yay! There's a shadow on the low deck here. I'm just going over some of the chem that's been laid out here in the oceans north of Australia. Over here, this is Indonesia, Papua New Guinea, in another country here, Timor-Leste Island. They got what's up with this place? Kupang. Pang. That's fun to say. Pang. Pang wang dang dang bada bing bada bang bada pang pang bong. What do we got here? Bombs gone off. Yep. See right here in the square formation. 1, 2, 2 bombs right there. Easy to see. Easy to see. EMF waveform here. Easy to see. This could be a plasma plume caused by EMF. Hard to define. There's that 5 cluster. There's the 3 bomb. Triple shot there. Come on, where's the flower? Death usually forms from that. The hooker cloud. Prostitute in the world when mother goes for sale. Never goes well. When mother has enough of a species, it never goes well. And a big plume just decides, hey, I'm going to go that way. So you got a big dip in the EMF flow right here. So the glitch will be on. Who's doing that? Alice, most likely. Halls Creek. A big radar there that does a lot of action. Well, this would have been early this morning, so to catch that in action now would be to fool myself. And well, I'm not big on that. I got enough stuff I can prove that's going on not to have to prove a lie. Right? Because then you're just backing up an opinion. Yeah, that's a very long chemtrail you got here, folks. You want to see how long that line is? And I'll do it in clicks. Right? You do have a line that goes all the way from here to here. Right? 1,174 kilometers of the country, just this one trail. Yeah, from here. Where you definitely see a trail. Don't say where you marked extra. And we don't want to be doing that. Trail, trail, trail. See, it never stopped. Never stopped. Touching into that one, never stopped. Pluming into that one, never stopped, never stopped. Pluming into this one, never stopped. Tendriling into this mass. And this mass here, well, we don't know what went on under there, never stopped. So I can nearly say I've touched one chemtrail from one side of your country to another. So by looking at it with eyeballs, you can say, my goodness, look at this, eh? So I can go right from here to here, and it's one big chemtrail. You don't have to imagine that, I just looked. And then I pulled up a measuring tool and did it. Don't be a tool and deny the measure. And say, Catherine, how you doing? How's your air out there today? What did the sunrise look like? What did the sunset look like? I bet it looked like shit. You got a great vantage point for being able to look this direction when the sun's coming up. In this direction when it's coming down, you'll see all the different layers of the atmosphere. You got a great vantage point there. This is a place you're not going to really want to be during the next week. So if you got some travels through there you're going to do, make sure you time things perfect so you're in safely. Right? Don't give up the ship. Make sure your truck stays safe. Make sure that diesel keeps on coming. Why? Because they wanted you to use all batteries. And well, that ain't going to go well to the electric grid that they already say is stressed out. When they want to charge up all the police cars, you know, the fire trucks and this and that. There's no place to plug it up and it's down there on the corner. What do you do? When the fire hose leaks and the lithium battery, what do you do? You run. Because you can't put that out easily. We'll have to put a CO2 bomb off. You got to get all the oxygen away. It don't matter. It's a reaction. It starts because it's oxidizers in it. And the water has to rest. Oh my God. Don't get me going. Like you asked for my opinion, you got it anyhow. Hey, tune in. You never know what you're going to get over in Broken Hill. Oh my God. Would you look at the kelp? Big curly Q of what the fuck going on here? Chris will make you jump over there. This looks like somebody's walking and something's fell off. Maybe it's their gender. I don't know. Oh my, it looks like somebody's bending over there with a bomb. And what's going on behind it? This is like petroglyphy looking skies, don't it? That is not naturally occurring cloud formation. That's sickness mixed over your head. Deploying over Claire. All that you want was clean air while they're bombing you here and over there. You'd rather eat soap than breathe the stuff and act like a dope. Oh my, would you look at the goat? And then the sky smelled just like a derriere, 'cause the chem bombs put up over there. This is bad. I don't even to even look at these numbers here. Why it goes up when you zoom in. Yeah, when I saw 1,000, man, I went, oh my. How do they know that that place gets $1,000 and that place gets 800 over the same period? How do they know? What's the plan? How do they know? Hey, 600 for you. That's a plan. That's a very strategic chem bomb and deployments they're going to get going on. Do they agree with you? No. But this mayor is doing what I said it was going to do a week ago. So yeah, I'm in agreement with it. It's going to be fucking bad. Yep, the Twin Hills Village had the grand right around here. What's the land look like here? What's here? What's under the soil here? Boy, every thunder blast they give while that's underwater is going to definitely show what's under the earth, like doing geophys work. Yeah, it will. Just like water mapping, a heart blast in the air. Boom! It'll be just like the Amazon warrior, but the thunderclaps are very predictable. And they can do a lot of mapping with thunderclaps. What's under here is what's going in their pockets. What's over here? My God, that's a lot of water. The pigeonhole. It is the rabbit hole is what I'm opening up. And this town right here is in deep, 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 deep trouble. Get out! Really, you're going to have to consider your location. There's some high ground up here, so you got places to go. Right? Seeing 100, that should be enough to get up in the air. Right? Because this river's coming. Or get your levees ready. But one levee breaks up here and it comes behind here, you're done. So it's best to save some belongings and go back home. Right? The vestments, think the vestments, let's think the kindergartens and the children's projects. And even people don't like me suggesting these things, go suck an egg. At least I said it. Get the projects out of the schools, the precious pictures, the memories the kids have. You have it, get it. These things are important. And those clothes and the things left in the lockers cost parents money. Well, do you have enough supplies if this road is cut off for a while? Can you handle this? Alright, this is important to know. Because you're more eminent up here. Alright, you've about 5 days before you're really not going to be able to go anywhere, and then the whammo. Not happy with these totals at all. So let's have a look at what's setting this up. Alright? Because that's important too. See, I'm already in on your Christmas. I want to tell somebody they're going to have a great Christmas. It's going to be really cool. Right? That's the news I want to give. And I do have that news for a few people. It's looking really positive for a few areas that have had a lot of trouble. And I'm very happy about it. But you're going to get wet. Most of you. This is one creaky chair. Sound like my old bones. Excuse me. Right, as we go through the day to day. Begin! Whammo during the days. Right, nighttime for me, boom boom for you. Right, and you getting plumed too. I have had a peek about. And I'll get that loading up. I hope this is still running. I'm gonna go check in a minute. The air, all that we want is clean air. I'm tired of seeing chemtrails all up in there. I wish it was so they'd stop spraying the roads. I said, why must I come on here twice a day and scream and cry, cussing and swearing, telling about things that died? I'd rather be telling you you'll have sunny days with happy bubbles from fish and whales smiling away. Oh yeah, air. Told you there was something worse than vaccines when I was in Australia. You doubted me. This is every day. You breathe. You worry about what comes down the road and kicking down your door that don't happen while you're breathing this air every day. While this fallout, while the Morgellons and the fibers getting in your bodies and fueling the pathogenesis of things in your body that are undisclosed and that get blamed on other things, or if you discover them and they tell you you're crazy. Well, you're not crazy if you have fibers coming out of you that are moving. That's known as Morgellons. And it has been listed as a Centerlink disability, and it makes it not a conspiracy theory. What did he just say? Yeah. Yeah, a very brave warrior made sure that happened. Right. Look at the Bowman and the plowman off the coast of Wyndham. Over here, Kananura. Sorry, I'm just the brain is fried. See, this is on the low deck, and it's on the high deck. That's above it all. That's your chem bomb balloons. And this one here is coming to join you, honey. Coming to join you, Elizabeth. This is the big one. I give my age away. Boom, boom, plumes here. Boom, boom, plumes there. Darwin itself. Yeah, I'm going to cut some of this stuff. It's just a distraction. Boom! Boom, 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 boom. 4 hours of booming and pluming by the pluming Nazis who do not want you to see this. Boom, boom, boom. You see 1, 2, 3 down here, the cat paw. More bombs, same formation here. Boom. Another one like that going into the flower at the back up top. Boom, 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 boom. Boy, are they making a mess of your skies. I used to say, read it and weep. Well, breathe it and weep. I hear your sky smells like shit. It does. They say it smells terrible out there. It's very gritty, red dust, and colors showing up in people's pooled up water in their gardens. I think it's red dust from the desert, but I could be wrong. It requires testing to do the determining. Doesn't mean I'm right by having an opinion. It's as right as anybody's. Until we do testing, we do not know. And look at this plume here going over the far north. I'm going to run this and see if we can pick up any waveform coming through the country today. All right, we got two waves coming up. One wave coming across this direction. You see the ripples here? That's hemming that chem, creating a divergent flow. This one has also got a secondary coming in that direction, but it's only going about that far. That's creating a block here. This wave coming through here, see? Maintains that wall. So this comes to this side and convects in here. That wall has very effectively made the line stop here. And it could be going on further. And that's going to hem the chem for the storms that are going to happen further north here. See, that's going to continue on. It's just I'm out of frames for it. You have a shock wave coming across here with an interference pattern meeting right about here, which is going to trigger some storms through there from these EMF blasts from those there. Boy, that's a big storm they're brewing up. The corridor for it's right here. So let's go have a look at the radar and see what you got going on. Let's give it to 6, just in case anything wild has happened. I'm going to eat a piece of ice cream here because my throat hurts. Yeah, yet today I gave a forecast all the way for 40 minutes total before. I really says things were problematic. My God, look at the lightning. And the radar goes off. Let's see what's coming in here. I'm trying to read the pulse. That's a dangerous line coming in now. See all that noise upstairs? I hope that suitcase goes. Boom. This one's a spinner. So we'll be keeping an eye on this tendril right here. It's now coming in over the top of these islands. These islands are going to split the flows up too. They'll make like a Venturi effect that'll cut them. That'll suck a little more moisture in. Alright, Hula's here. Bad afternoon. Well, what time of day is it there now? What, about 8 o'clock in the morning? 8:30? 9 o'clock? That's a big rumbler. There's some dangerous cells coming in off the sea today. Does this look like why? Could it be chem bombs? I think it is. I think it's chem bombs. And the coast over here, no different. Where exactly am I, town-wise? Yeah, a bit of radar action going on here. Look at this. Would you look at the fryer is in? Nothing to see here, folks. That's just a glitch. I ought to be able to slam bow. You ain't gonna see much in that. Gonna have to go this one to do that. Show the legend. If you want to see the legend, look in the mirror. You are the legend. You are the solution. If it ain't for you, it'll be up to no one. Why? But if you want something done right, You do it your own self. Well, let's have a good look at what have they done here. Boom, boom, boom. They have all sorts of bombs going off here. Those little blue dots are not. They're either reefs or small islands in the Coral Sea. Alright, let's take this in. Big square there and a dot. And the bomb is gone. And the bomb is back. And the bomb is over here. And the bomb is over there. One tool going there. Bomb right underneath my cursor. Bomb, bomb, bomb. Quick and sudden and cold. And boy, does it blow up a storm quick. Traveling along, bombing the thongs. Bomb, 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 bomb. So there's a big square inside this storm. It is probably evidence of that. Look at the curl here, and the square, and the blasts, and the hidings, and the lions. The lions. Welcome to the Liar's Dens, Bureau of Morons. Let's see if they're guilty here, if I could catch him. Not really. The Doppler might do it. No real definitive beam is that and that. Boy, it's hard to catch them with your pants down, isn't it? This one's definitely the guilt. You can see that's blasted. Oops. Oops. Bzzz, getting fried out in the ocean. Right out here, there she is. Master Blaster. Controlling Barter Town. Or should we call it Fiat Currency Town? Ooh. Fiat. Did you buy the Fiat? Hey, Julia Creek. How you doing? Max Welton. Hey, this river's about to have a whole bunch of water thrown on it real quick. And that one. All the tributaries seem to go to one spot. A highway. So you may have some travel difficulties along there this morning. And it's just the showers coming in. Nothing much to see here, just your pop-ups. So other than that, that's nice to see. The usuals off the coast there this time of year. Not really bothering anybody, just doing the Harvey Fraser Island boogie. Not hurting nothing much, nothing. The fryer's on over here. Big fryer, big fryer, big fryer. Nothing's coming through here. There's the only two corridors you got. This one's just cooking this storm up. Bzzz. So that's why you're getting storms here. Seduna's doing the push. Oh, and then just everything, all your data just by. It's a little early to turn the radar off, right? There's nothing there. What did everything just go away? Suddenly the sky goes away and then it comes back. Oh, that was a long time to turn that radar off. A real long time. That's guilty, man. We're gonna bust it? I hope so. Maybe it's still on. Now they turned it off here too. Getting numbers missing. Data's gone. Storms just don't go boom, boom, gone. So that's a slam bust. So they're hiding it. They're hiding their guilt. They know they're beaming. They know they're doing Geo Engineering. They know they're going to have to lie about it. They know that Higgins is going to do what they tell him. Or he might not get his money. Scumbag. Would sell out a whole our mother for a fucking block of cheese and some sausages hanging up. Have one of the big pepperonis. He didn't have to cut it, does he? Oh man, look at the beaming going on. Isn't this horrendous? This is all bomb fueled. All bombs. See, now you can see inside the whited out crap, because I got it on a different feed. This is temperatures. Look at the square line of different temperature. Here's your the legend. That's minus 70 and that's minus 80. In the white, that's when they pop up, it's even colder. Like those two bomb dots. And that bomb dot. And another square going off in a storm. Squares in a storm. That's supposed to be rotating round. Yeah, this is Geo Engineering. This is blatant evidence of Geo Engineering. On the feed, they don't expect you to make sense out of it. You know, I went to school. I got a brain. They taught me how to use it. Hey, look, it's Fred Flintstone. How you doing? Oh, look at that. It's the liver bird. How you doing? It's a chicken. Look, he's laying an egg. He says the sky is falling. Hey, look, it's Q. I just love my imaginary, but I'm going backwards on this storm. Whoa, boom, all the way up to Darwin. Have a nice day. All right, I'm going to go now, and I'm going to look at a few more of these radars. We got some coming through here near Fink, being fueled by Alicia over there. Over here, dear. Oh, chakala. Tijaculation over there. The tijaculus. Count tijacula. Blah. Do 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 do. Where's Spot when you need him? Do 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 do. Boom 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 boom. Bzz bzz boom bzz bzz. And the government lies and they call it a forecast. When they tell you this, they should tell you that. Do 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 do. With terrible accumulations coming for Christmas, they ordered storms for Christmas. Look at the drift. Look at this. This is horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Who's fucked? Mother Earth. Mother Earth gets it. As we look at the tens, you have a lot of totals, but actually, is it going to rain on your Christmas day? This is the big question. Well, this is your Christmas day, right? This is what they say. You know, this is Santa's in his sleigh. You know, in my time, this is Christmas Eve for me. Right? This will be Christmas Day for you. So during Christmas Day, it's not very festive for McKinley over here. And my heart goes out to them in advance as a big lake forms. And if the levees hold, it'll be a better Christmas than if they don't. Where are all these plastic levee things coming from all at once in the blocks in front of whole towns, everybody's house? Did somebody go door to door selling them? When did they pre-order it? When were the brochures advertising it was a good idea to be a salesman of this stuff? I have a lot of questions. Where did they come from all at once? How come they didn't plant willow trees on the banks? Don't anybody take any basic forestry? About rivers? Whoa! What's that all about? Hey, Jimboomba. Jimboomba, Kembamba. Hey, hey, Merry Christmas for you, huh? Had some thunderstorms right along the creek. But it's not enough to do anything really huge, okay? So just, you be calm-farmed on that one. Right? Calm your farm, man. He said it wrong. And don't be a shit cunt. Like the government. Somebody sent me something from when Turnbull was in office, acting like it was something new. I remember when that came out. Cool Namble. Oh my god, you're gonna send that one. We'll call it Cool Namble. Like cool. Yeah. Rewind. Boy, you guys are gonna have a problem. Look at where all the rivers meet here. You wonder why they flood a lot? Well, when it comes for a Christmas Dawson, you know, we were even looking on that day here, pressures wise, is you're in the volatility zone. You're right on the 14s. And the bubble up on this day here is actually going on the sides. So for this dude to come in here is harder because of the turn on that, but the bubble is mostly going to come straight in over this top here on this line of the 18. Oh, that a 10-10 line? 10-10. Well, that's low. That's the lines they should be in. Fiji looking a nice dry Christmas. New Zealand, how's your Christmas? I ain't forget you yet. New Zealand, your Christmas is here. Ho, ho, ho. With a high pressure Christmas, and high pressure no longer means bluebird days. Rainy Christchurch on and off throughout the day. Rain through this area here again, heavy at times. You're actually going to have some totals. You have terrible totals too over on the 10s. Right? Not looking good. Not looking good. Tazarol Maniacs. Told you, I'm feeling a little flat. I'm a bit burned out, but I will struggle through this. Why? Because when I feel like not doing it is when I have to do it more. In the heat of the battle, you suck it up like a buttercup and you just do. I don't enjoy telling you what I just did. A meter of fucking rain. Showing on a graph when I said it was passable. And then I see it finally. I said, expect these numbers to rise, and they did. Hey, Melbourne, that's not a little bit of rain, in your city center. It's just steady on wet season for you, isn't it? Welcome to solar minimum. Cold, wet winters. Summers. Much colder winters than normal. Wet, 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 wet. Snow, 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 snow. Nasty, westy, asty, westies. And then you add a touch of Geo Engineering to the natural systems, and you have fuckery upon which you've never seen before. As we look around this area, there's a meter of rain near this Twin Hills village. Which you will now evacuate. Imagine that, a gold mine there, huh? Imagine that. We'll get your diggers out of the lowlands, get your stuff out of the bottoms of the holes, get the miners safe, let's protect what we need to, okay? Let's save your livings. Because this is, how many once-in-a-lifetime floods can you have in 1 year? Unbelievable, man. I don't even want to look at that. I don't even want to see it. Not that I'm forgetting about it, anybody. This is a big country to cover. Try covering every square inch of it without having a team of people to do it. And you would need a team. You tell somebody, cover the left quadrant for me. I need to look at this section here. Anything happened while I was out? Has there been any changes you mimic? Any beams I need to know about? These type things. I don't get none of that. I have to do it all from scratch every time. Beams from mimic we'll be watching for. Okay, to set that event up, we're looking 3 days from now. The river's already been turned. I showed you that the other day. You see it on the globe. Really easy. "72 hours ought to give me enough of it to show you." See how they turn that backwards? Everything's flowing this direction. They turned this. It happened a few days ago. And I showed when it happened. It shocked everything along and starts stripping the moisture and sending it into eyes. They strip the moisture from here and they're sending it down into eyes now. This river's been backed up with a cut here and it's backed up with a cut here. So that's telling me 1, 2, 3, 3 possible tendrils coming your way. One half of it's being sent north now. Right here, pow. See it? Now Hawaii's going to do a handoff with a blast. And they're going to catch a cop and two from doing it. Some of that tendril is going to come around them. There's nothing up here because it's dark. You don't cover it as much. You see some of the vapor, but not as easily as it is to see this Antarctica. My God, they put a lot of water here. Do you see him turn this? Boom. Right there. And it shocks it over, it turns it. And now that's manipulatable to you. And that takes about 4 days to get to about here. 3 days if they bring it here. Right, and with that said, and with much dread, watch your six. Know your surroundings. Blessing upon this so unlucky country. Big love. Peace.